Welcome to Stadium Unplugged. I'm Jay Menon. Now, this is our series where we track down famous sports personalities across the world and turn the spotlight on them. But instead of the normal questions about stats, championships and records, all the boring stuff really, we ask them nothing about their sport. What we're really interested in is who they are as people, what drives them, what's important to them, and what are the key moments which have brought them to where they are in life today. Now, I'm joined by a couple, it's interesting, who are no strangers in the world of wrestling. She is a 5-time overall champion, 2-time WWE Diva champion, and 3-time women's champion. And he is a 4-time tag team winner as well as a 3-time intercontinental champion with the WWE. He goes by many nicknames, but fans know him best as John Morrison. Next to him, the lovely but lethal Melina. Welcome to Stadium Unplugged, guys.
Good to be here.
Now, the first thing right off the bat, I gotta say, it's awesome bodies. How do you keep this up?
Keep this up while we're on the road over 250 days a year. It's tough, but we both have to make time pretty much wherever and whenever we can to get in our workouts. Before we left this morning, I was doing sit-ups and shoulder exercises in the hotel room because we knew we weren't going to have any other time today.
I see. So, you know, this is not the kind of thing I would do in a hotel room, you know, I'd sleep the whole time, but thanks. Now I know how to keep this.
We do some other stuff in the hotel room too, but I wasn't going to bring that up.
Okay, I don't know about that one just yet. Now, Melina, how do you keep in shape?
Well, I always believe in doing cardio. That's my favorite thing, doing cardio and stretching. I love it. And then if I could, I would do yoga all the time.
Okay, now you come from a pageant background. California State pageant, you won the title, and then you went into wrestling. As in, how did that pan out?
Oh, I think people don't realize that what happened before was I was a person who never wanted to. I was always afraid of pageants. I was afraid of things like that because I had a fear of being judged. And my boyfriend at the time entered me in a modeling contest in a local mall, and I did not want to do it. And he put me in anyway, and I won it. And I thought, you know what, maybe I need to overcome all my fears. Maybe if I did that, who knows what'll hold in my future if I just tried. So I did pageants just to try it out.
All right, but that turned out well then. Did you try out wrestling as well, or was it something that you knew you wanted to get into?
Oh, I always loved wrestling, and I did it just for conditioning. I just wanted to, just train for it, but I didn't think that I was going to actually do it for a career. And when a scout actually found me, he said that I had potential. So then I kept pursuing it for 2 more years until I got hired.
Okay. And so how did people react when you said that, okay, listen, I'm going to do wrestling and this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? How did your family react?
I think they didn't know how serious I was about it. And when I became a pro wrestler, this is kind of funny. My parents had this way of dealing with issues without really directly speaking to me. So when I was 13, I came home from school one day and there was a "What's Happening to My Body" book for boys on the bed. When I was 16, I came home from school and there was a study for the SATs book, which is the test you take in the States and to get into college. Senior year of high school, there was all these books on applying to college. Then I made it on Tough Enough. I won. I got a contract with the WWE. When I got back, the first time I got home, there was a book to apply to grad school sitting on my bed at my parents' house. And my dad looked at me and said, it's never too late to take the LSAT, go to law school, be a lawyer. And to this day, I think he still wants me to go to law school.
Oh, you know what?
But he is proud of me.
All right. Now, you're into something that's pretty interesting, something that, a lot of people are talking about. Now, I thought that this is something a nimble, maybe 60-kilo person would do. Parkour, 221-pound wrestler doing parkour. Now, you're big time into it.
Yeah, well, parkour, you're right, it is really coming into vogue
Glasses come
right
off,
now.
by the way.
Because I'm talking about parkour, the glasses have to come off. Gloves off too. Talking about parkour, it's really cool. I think it's picking up where skateboarding left off. It's the new thing that everybody loves to do. I was a big fan of Jackie Chan and kung fu movies back all the way dating back to when I was a kid, and a lot of the stuff that I was into was parkour, and it wasn't called parkour back then, but it's really the art of movement, and it has huge carryover to what we do in the ring as sports entertainers, and I think it's one of the coolest things to ever happen, and I'm really lucky that I can do it and practice it, and I think it helps me a lot in the WWE ring.
Do you parkour?
No, I wish.
She's parkoured a couple of times. She's got some pretty sweet moves.
All right,
She's
now,
being modest.
I've tried, but the things like he can do, oh my goodness, it's incredible. You're like Spider-Man. Seriously, you're amazing. Oh,
Keep talking. Go ahead.
No, I should.
Yeah, I like it. No.
You know, we didn't get to the you know the heart and stuff a little later on. But tell me about your latest moniker. Now you've gone by quite a lot of monikers now. John Morrison, you're a big fan of the Doors?
Oh yeah. You know, I think Jim Morrison is a great lyricist, great vocalist. The Doors, great rock and roll band. John Morrison, definitely taking a lot of inspiration from Jim Morrison, the late great. It's where a lot of the stuff came from. The shaman of sexy. Jim Morrison was very shamanistic in his own right. The Palace of Wisdom came from a William Blake quote that was one of Jim Morrison's favorite quotes. The road of excess leads to the Palace of Wisdom, which is something that I've kind of made my own. The Palace of Wisdom is where John Morrison hangs out, you know, and you don't let...
we gotta quickly look at Melina's look right now. As in, what is that look?
She's heard a lot about the Palace of Wisdom.
Does he talk a lot about this or what?
Yeah.
The Palace of Wisdom.
Baby. Palace of Wisdom.
It's a metaphor for anything.
Okay,
it applies to all kinds of stuff.
All right.
It
Life,
could be
sex,
anything,
self-actualization.
Okay, we gotta talk about that rap that happened now. Is there a lot of all that wisdom in the rap?
Which rap is this?
Oh,
is that
There's a rap that you
with
did on
Miz,
the
right?
WWE.
the Misfits and Mofos video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm kind of a poet, and freestyle rap is really just like poetry with meter and rhyme. So
Okay.
it fits that the shaman of sexy would be awesome on the mic also.
Oh,
You know?
nice. Okay, now can
Everybody
you do an
wants peanut
impromptu
butter
rap
and
for
Johnny.
us or not? That's a big question right now. Can you rap?
You know, all the girls want me. They get hungry for peanut butter and Johnny. Yeah. Because I'm the shaman of sexy. Melina picks up her phone because she likes to text me. Bam. Hanging out in Malaysia. 2 days ago, we were in the USA. Kid.
That didn't rhyme.
I threw it. No. I passed it off to you, and you just dropped the ball when I said USA.
Oh,
In which part did I say I was going to rap? I didn't think that was
You implied
exactly.
it by bringing it up. You know?
Okay,
Wouldn't you think
fine.
it's your
I
show?
invited that myself. I tell you what, we're gonna divert all this.
Can we edit that USA kid thing out? And...
Melina, you're into a little bit of a
Oh my
art
goodness.
situation too. The Skittles project. Tell us about that.
For WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny because I love Skittles so much because I love eating it. And then, like, when I go on Twitter, everybody just keeps talking about Skittles because they found out I like Skittles.
Okay.
So I thought, well, what would be interesting to do for an art project? I'm gonna do Skittles. So I decided like to take a picture of me slapping Natty and then just making it out of Skittles. And it took forever. It took like 2 days, like straight through, seriously, like 48 hours. So maybe probably about three days, but 48 hours total to put that thing together.
So would you do that ever again?
No. No. But it was nice to at least to see it finished. Like I was really proud of it.
Well, so far we've seen the glasses come off, but up next on Stadium Unplugged.
My body that's the one thing I could give to the person that I love.
What's the name of the current geologic time period?